Hello and welcome to issue 15 of the KVIN Tech Chat podcast. I'm Sam Heaton and once again, I'm joined by my colleague, Mark Owen. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Sam, and welcome everyone to issue 15.
Yeah, what an exciting issue we've got ahead. Things are easing, aren't they, in the outside world? Lockdown is easing over the coming months, so hopefully a lot of us will be getting out and about a lot more, which leads on to our first topic of the day, doesn't it, Mark?
Yeah, so we've been thinking about this idea of being able to get around a little bit more. And what is it that you use from a mobility app point of view?
I'm big into my mobility GPS apps at the minute, Mark. I'm an iPhone user, so on iOS, my personal choice would be Apple Maps and another app called Move It, both of which offer pedestrian or public transport versions of how to get from A to B. They include a favourite section. They've got basically your journey planning. They're just absolutely fantastic, and even like notifications of when your stop's approaching when you are on a bus and you can't see it coming. So in terms of giving people independence, they're absolutely brilliant. And the best thing about those two apps is they're free. Another one to mention is an app called Soundscape. Again, another freebie available in the App Store, which it's not a GPS app in itself as such. It's more of an overlay. So if you're already using Apple Maps or Move It, you can use Soundscape over the top and it'll give you just extra information. So places of no businesses that are in that locality, etc., that may be either to the left, the right, or in front of you. It's just a bit of extra knowledge of what is around you. What about you, Mark? What do you find on Android is useful?
Well, one of the apps that we've been talking about on our Anything Android group is Lazarillo. So quite a few of us now are trying that out. And again, that's very, very useful in that you can walk around and it will tell you what it is that's around you. And you can set it as well to filter. So for example, if you just want to find restaurants, or if you just wanted to find a bank for argument's sake, or a certain type of stall, you can set it just to filter onto that particular type of business. And it does work very well with Google Maps in that it can integrate with Google Maps. So again, this idea, as you've mentioned, just of very often putting the two apps together can get some very, very good results. And Lazarillo is available for iOS as well. And we also mentioned Move It, because again, Move It, as you say, is really, really useful for doing that extra bit of the journey with public transport.
Definitely. And I believe you've got some more tech updates for us as well, Mark.
I certainly have got some more tech updates, and we've got one actually that is just literally off the press. I've just come off one of our KVIN Zoom events, and where this has been brought to our notice. So I've literally got something that is so hot off the press, I only found out about it 25 minutes ago. So over to our tech updates then. This week sees the launch of a product called Real Sam Speaker. Now, some of you might be familiar with the product called In Your Pocket, which essentially is a mobile phone that gives access to lots of different services, from different books and talking magazines to the ability to have navigation as well. Now, Real Sam In Your Pocket is something that's literally just launching this week, and it's going to work initially with the Google Smart Speaker. Hopefully it will be working with the A-Lady in a couple of months' time, but what it will do is it will give you the ability to ask the smart speaker to access a range of different audio books. And what they're hoping to do as well is integrate information from local sight loss organizations, which will be really neat in the sense that you can ask it what it is going on with your sight loss organization in your local area. They are going to be coming to talk to us on our Zoom chats in April, and we'll hopefully have access to information in much more detail about that very, very shortly. And we'll put some further information and hopefully a demonstration out for you as well on that one. One of the things that we've become aware of over the last couple of weeks is that there's been an update to Kindle, and that's causing issues for one or two people in that it stops Kindle talking, it stops Voice View from working. So that's been an issue for one or two people. We have got a fix for that now. So if people are having difficulty with the Kindle and with Voice View, once it's updated, do please get in touch and we'll be able to share with you the strategy for fixing that. So the hot off the press app is something called Sullivan Plus. So it's the word Sullivan and then the plus sign. And this is a new app that's the same sort of idea as Seeing AI or Envision AI or Google Lookout, the ones that you hear us talking about all the time, except this seems to do a lot more different things. It's got the standard text recognition and face recognition. It's got image description. It's got document recognition, color recognition. It will tell you whether lights are on or off. It's got a built-in magnifier. It's got a PDF reader. But what is quite smart about it is it has an artificial intelligence mode. So it will make the choice for you about what's the best thing to do in that situation. So you might have something that's a scene where there's some text in there and something that needs describing as well. So Sullivan Plus, we'll put the link to it in the description. It's a new one to try, and we'll review it and see how it goes on. So that's an update from what's happening in the tech world. What's happening in the world of KVIN, Sam?
We have got a seriously busy month coming up, Mark. To start off with, we've got another list of guest speakers joining us for our special Zooms. So on the 10th, we have a visit from Pramit, who's the developer of the Louis voice control app. On the 18th, we have Tyra Technology coming and giving us their insights into the best tech out there. We also have on the 25th, another scams awareness session with trading standards. And on the 31st, we have our local iconic liaison officer, Nikki, is joining us for some sight loss related advice.
And with some exciting news in terms of something very special with the Zoom itself as well, haven't we?
We have on the 25th of the month, it would be our 1 year anniversary for basically holding Zooms, which we started obviously when the first lockdown kicked in. So somewhere around that date, we will be having some sort of celebration. So keep your eyes on our social media to see what's happening with that. It's all in the pipeline. Nothing's been disclosed yet. We have an Easter raffle coming up. Again, full details will be out there shortly. They're not available just yet. But there is apparently lots of toiletries and chocolate to be won this time round. And we also have a campaign group in the making. So if anyone would like to be involved with making real change in our local area, get in touch, because we are wanting volunteers to be involved with that.
It's amazing to think that we've been using Zoom almost a year.
I know, it's flown, hasn't it, Mark?
Certainly has, certainly has. As has this podcast, actually. And we are now starting to come to the end of it. So lots of different ways that you can keep in touch with us here at KVIN. The podcast's available via YouTube, TuneIn Radio, Spotify. And don't forget, you can check out our social media feeds via Facebook and Twitter. You can look at our website at www.kvin.org.uk. You can email us at info@kvin.org.uk. Don't forget, if you've liked the podcast, to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to receive information on more videos and podcasts as we produce them. And don't forget to like this podcast as well, so that more people can get to hear about it. So from myself, Mark.
And myself, Sam.
It's bye for now.
Bye.